fight in January, and good luck, guys. You got this.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Charlotte Hornets. It's been a tough bunch of games lately for Charlotte. Let's just say it has not been a season to remember for them. With a large chunk of the schedule behind us, they have the worst record.
Oh, that's right, Shem. Yeah, keep going.
Hey!
A little more leg movement from you, please. Hey,
what is that?
You're having a dance party without me. Charlie, get off your phone, please.
Oh, you ripping the
rug. Yeah, just like that. Watch Shammy over here.
Oh, yeah, watch me break it down.
Energy. I can't get that low. I can't let get that low. Just a little more. Come on.
Am my elbows right? My elbows right?
I don't see any hip movement. I don't see any passion out here. Except you, Shammy. You were beautiful. The rest of you, I don't have time for this.
Yo, my hips don't lie, man.
Hey, yo, watch me.
You lie.
Yeah.
You lie.
他们没有字幕呢。
That's crazy. Cause y'all can't dance.
You was killing
You got two left feet, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The ankles, man. It looks sad.
还是好奇怪啊，没有字幕。
We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. And we're watching two very experienced veteran teams, Chris. We should be in for some high-level basketball.
Yeah, and just watch this.
Oh.这样就可以了吧
Game tonight, you're going to see coaches really trust their players. Coaches who do most of their coaching in practice and then trust the IQ of their players. Won't be a lot of play calling, a lot of free-flowing, guys kind of knowing where to be on defense, a lot of communication on defense. This should be a fun.
So let's take a look at the starting lineup. Kaminsky and Howard, the tall front line. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Batum in at the small forward position. Here's DJ. Here's Capella. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two.
Oh, man, Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
Screen by Howard. That's a two-pointer from Walker. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, and when your bench is putting up major points, it makes the whole offense that much more difficult to defend. They went to blowout city.
And Lamb kicks to Walker.
来单打我
Now here's Kaminsky. He's guarded closely.
And DJ is a strong, rangy defender. He excels.
Guard closely, guard carefully.
Harden has a wide open look. No good on the triple.
我2犯了。
Like that, he's very gifted at making.
And so here is Houston, trailing by 2. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball.
就这货这要当打我。
Looking at who they've got. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Stone out there with Carter Williams, and it's Monk in at the 3. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. 16 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He was great in every facet of the game. Afterward, his coach couldn't stop praising the effort. Evan will see if he maintains that inspiration tonight.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Once he got them on the ropes, he never let them off the hook. It was full speed energy basketball at its greatest.
And they haven't been able to turn it.
The
rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Gotta appreciate watching DJ shred the D on the drive, blasting around anyone who tries to stop him. Determination.
And the Hornets team that while they have added rotation players via the draft, they haven't been able to draft a star to build around yet.
No, well, and with the Hornets, their best pick has been Kemba Walker back in 2011. I mean, they traded away a lot of picks right after making it. However, that might change as they lucked out. Monk falls to them.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Harden the pass to DJ. From down in the low post, it goes. DJ's got 4 this quarter.
Well, you can't let DJ get comfortable down on the block. He's superb at reading the defense and cashing in deep inside.
Carter Williams against Harden. Lobbed up there for Howard. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. We have a month of NBA action in the books. Let's now take a moment to look at the Rookie of the Year. It's always exciting to see the new blood making their presence felt. You look at DJ. What a rookie. Guys about the rankings right now, and even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Yeah, nobody has made a bigger splash than he has in the early part of the season. He's already living up to his potential.
He shoots again. And with that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Marvin Williams.
Oh, and it's great watching DJ go to work inside, playing with aggression and easily drawing contact on the way up.
The Rockets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. No good on the free throw. Well, you knew that the Rockets were going to be an offensive juggernaut with their roster and Mike D'Antoni at the helm, but seeing it in action is still jaw-dropping at times. I mean, you're amazed. They can put up a lot of points in a hurry.
Yeah, and the team plays at an incredibly high pace, which accounts for some of their big numbers. But they do a good job of finding smart shots and making the most of their possessions. This team can truly be scary when they're clicking.
5 to shoot. They double him with DJ. Monk kicks to Batum. And the Hornets miss again. Now the Rockets with it. Right now they're on. Kicks it out to Paul. Launches it. Another miss by Houston. Hornets trail by 5. And there's the feed to Stone. Pass to Kaminsky. The Hornets rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Always in the picture from the line. One of the few blemishes.
Charlotte shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team.
A dominating first half of basketball.
半场40多分。
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third. Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Yeah, I'm surprised the defense didn't do a better job of adjusting. I mean, extending out on him a little bit.
这是好扔头机会啊！哇，这都不进。
Paul and Harden are the 1 and the 2. DJ out there with Clint Capella, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Being so thin, Lamb can find it hard to finish in traffic, but shows some toughness there.
To the middle, Howard with
别
the
瞎
steal.
球闹，我挡个拆，他就开始瞎扔。
Lamb with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. No good from Lamb.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And just a year ago, it seemed that things were set in place for
我命中率28了。
team, but in a surprise trade, he was moved out to Charlotte.
And there seems to be a lot of reasons for the trade. I mean, Howard wasn't the right fit in Atlanta. A team trying to get smaller and younger. Never easy to get traded from your hometown team.
还不进，命中率25，4投1中的命中率。
Oh, but they got that one to fall, and they need to keep it up after missing
8投2中的
three
命中
shots
率
to have.
，12投3中的命中率。哇，卡佩拉个贱人，抢我的板儿。
Right now in the game. Harden dishes to DJ. Puts it up from 12. Bounces high off the rim and drops. DJ's got 7.
See DJ shoot from the mid-range, doing his best to keep this part of the court alive. It's not just all about layups and threes.
The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. That's good. And so
哇，
Howard
他
with the
三分球
assist.
这么准吗？
Howard's got 3 assists in the game. Paul kicks to DJ. Harden outside. Let's go. And it's Paul missing.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
DJ kicks to Ariza. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, you love how physical Ariza is. Just attacking the D and earning the call in the process.
It's his first trip to the line.
Trevor Ariza, the veteran out of UCLA, he still gives you a little bit of everything on the wing. He's great in transition. He can hit shots from anywhere, but, you know, he's always been a leader.
Nene, he's checked in for Houston. Wells comes in for Chris Paul. Charlotte also making some changes. Marvin Williams is checked in for Howard. Monk comes in for Lamb, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Walker. On the clock. Batum inside the 3-point line. It's rebounded by Houston. DJ's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And with Ariza, you think back to when he was a young player finding his way in this NBA out of UCLA, and Kobe took him under his wing when they played together for the Lakers. And now he is paying it forward. He's helping young players.
Yeah, he has a great work ethic instilled in him from with his time with Kobe. He's always been a leader. He knows how things work in this league, and Ariza, he's showing all the younger players on his team the ins and outs of how to succeed.
不中没关系，只要能抢到板就行。
They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
And in a big way. This was a blowout. The players, the coaches, everyone is to blame.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Bahamute comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Gordon in for Wells. There's a good screen. Here's Batum. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And the NBA game is evolving, Chris, you know that. And if you were starting back at square one and trying to develop your skills to prepare yourself for a pro career, is there anything you do differently to prepare yourself for how the game is being played?
That's a great question. You know, I remember playing in Washington, and I shot over like 35% from the three-point line. And I remember in the paper they were saying, you know, we don't need big fellas to do that. So I got right back in the post. And so the game has changed so much. And so I would really say that I would balance the work that I did in the post with outside the post. I would just make sure that I would continue to stretch the floor as far as three-pointers, to give guys room to drive. And I would have definitely continued to work on my ball handling, maybe where a kicker could have screened for me, and then I could have been initiated, since at most times I was kind of that point forward. But for the most part, no, I would have tried to put the same effort in, but definitely with different skill sets. You get to play differently now. You know, when we think about it, I don't think Larry Bird got to shoot 2 3-pointers a game. Imagine if he would have got to just let 7 go. You know, I don't know. Would you have to ice your wrist after games a little bit more because you would be able to shoot more? So I think the freedom.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Lamb. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Look at Kaminsky, an under-the-radar athlete. Someone draws defenders into him because of his size.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line. And when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
登哥，球给我。
Harden outside.
登哥，球给我。
Inside.
哇！对不起，登哥。
And so it's the Houston Rockets, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Hornets trail by 17, setting the 4 for the Hornets. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Monk in at the 3 slot. He got right to the cup using that screen. Walker's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Charlotte. Here's Black, back to Tucker. Harden outside. DJ sets the screen for Harden. He dishes it to Black. Good, it's Harden with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 17.
Oh, you just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
And Walker kicks to Howard. There's the dish to Monk. Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Lamb. Howard setting the pick for Lamb. Off target from 3-point range.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that.
这霍华德真的不好打。
DJ with it, working on Howard.
哇
Howard.
No trespassing. Howard.
这冒成个傻帽了。来，挡拆，换人。
DJ with it, working on Williams. Here's Toole, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
As off the mark as he's been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Monk, the pass to Walker, out left of the wing. Howard in the post, and it's DJ with the rebound.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
Looking to get it going. Kicks it out to Harden. At the elbow, it's DJ.
这回能进了吧
You can't find much better shot than that.
Here's Lamb. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Stolen by Tucker. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's the screen. Paul dishes to DJ. Count the bucket. Come out. Perfectly placed assist.
强势干霍华德。
When you get a hand up, DJ finds a way to score. What concentration? He is too tough to stop in the paint.
Charlotte calls timeout. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. It just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Tariq Black. Reza comes in for PJ Tucker. And subbed in for James Harden. And a switcher also for Charlotte, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Monk. And he makes
outstanding presence of mind. Howard is as dependable as he gets.
Gordon kicks to Paul.
给我。
To the inside. Tool.
哎呦我操！
Howard pulls it
你
in.
们太磨叽了。
Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
扣篮没扣进。
Walker in the corner. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Paul against Walker. Paul passes to DJ. Kicks it out to Paul. Outside Gordon. It's stolen by Landry.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance.
漂亮，9个篮板。
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Chris Paul.
Wow, he owned this game. He never
9板15分，命中率贼低。
And here's Walker outside, knocks down the 3 ball.
Oh, and Walker, with his great balance and coordination, is very smooth transitioning into the pull-up.
Walker against Paul. And Nene has it in the corner. To the paint, Howard with the steal. Here's Batum, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
And DJ throws it down.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Screen by Howard. Williams a screen on Ariza. Here's Batum, and it's
DJ is
大帽一个。
Shots. Got to be careful with shooting when he's around.
So we see Houston taking the W here, and the
9个篮板，16分，哎，17分。
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's early, but you've established yourself as a contender that might make a deep playoff run. Is that on your mind?
没听懂啊。
You know, David, it's something that's in the back of your mind, but this early in the season, our goal is to just improve as a team and to get to a point where we can make some serious, make a serious run at the title. If we start putting the cart before the horse, things fall apart in a hurry. So we're just taking it one game at a time, and sorry to have to feed you that cliche, but
You owe me a nickel. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it.
Okay.
Go, boo-boo. Go, boo-boo.
Get it. Go. Do it. Go. Go. Don't break your back, man.
Right.
He really looked like he was one dance move away from throwing that hip out.
I heard that.
Nene.已经上升到第4位了，第3位13.6分。 凭什么这个新秀能有80的能力？8.5个篮板，这个8.7个篮板，他是干嘛的？竟然比我篮板还高！
And check out the rest. So when did you know that you wanted to be an NBA player?
I had a feeling when I was in 4th grade after I left the NBA Finals game. The NBA was definitely a hefty goal, but I worked every single day in order to get there.
So you also in high school and in college played with some guys who are now in the NBA.
A lot of guys. A lot of guys I played against or I've seen play. You know, it's been awesome. You get to see how everyone interacts with one.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
队友评级已经 A 加了，球迷21万。篮板我升满了，贝兰进攻确实应该升一升。 哇！
On the road and hungry for a how it's ended out.
Well, Kevin,
they need him to be that way, DA. Thank you, especially after Tim Duncan's retirement and Manu and.
OK， 我的这位是阿尔德里奇，
This is Kawhi's team.
也算是双塔。
We'll see two of the top defenses in the league go at each other here, Smitty. What did these
当然，我感觉阿尔德里奇还是没有戴维斯厉害。
that make him stand
戴维斯真的是
First they communicate, they rotate well, they close out. What they do,
把我打得像一包屎。
play to your first, second, and make you get all the way to the third and fourth option. They take away those first 2 or 3 options. That's what makes these teams so good on the defensive end.
Well, like you were just saying during our break, contest, contest, and always contest, huh?
Yes.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Skilled tandem of Leonard and Aldridge at the 3 and the 4. Murray and Green team up to make the backcourt. And it's Gasol and at the 5 down low. Now here's Paul. Yep, that one goes in there.
And there's the first bucket of the evening.
Should be an interesting game. Both teams coming in ready to do battle.
Murray kicks to Leonard.
来，阿尔德里奇，你投3分吗？我记得是他不投。
Kicks it out to Leonard. Jacks up a 3. And it's DJ with the rebound. Last game for the Spurs. They pick up the W against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
Here's Murray following the basket by DJ. Ariza with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Very often.
Paul kicks to Harden. DJ sets the screen for Ariza.
Ariza!
It's DJ. Rebounded by the Spurs. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis. They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Leonard kicks to Green.
开玩笑，我要防这小前锋，防住啊！
And here's Leonard from three. It's blocked.
And there's a
一颗大帽帽
shots without fouling. DJ with perfect timing.
And he
在我面前装孙子啊！看我离他有多少步？5步，1步就过来了。这很恐怖。
Just big boy right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Now here's Murray. 14 points from him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Aldridge, the pass to Gasol. Back to Aldridge. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
For the Spurs, such a remarkable run of success. In your mind, Smitty, what's been their secret?
哇，这球动作其实非常高，就是没进而已。
Draft a franchise player in 1987, the Admiral. In 1997, the big fundamental. And in 2011, the Claw, Kawhi Leonard. And after that, as Pop would say it, don't mess it up.
Now here's Gasol following the miss by DJ. Good work defensively by Capella.
That was very tight.
来传球这里。
The layup. That was a questionable decision.
And that's the look this offense is
几个
designed
独货不传球，当然了，我是最不传球的那个。
Yet just can't complete the play.
So it's San Antonio now. Harden missing his last shot. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard, good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Finding the man who broke free, the great vision of Pau Gasol making that play happen.
传球，好大，不扣篮呢。
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Hey, Steve, if you wanted examples of just how incredible the guards in the NBA are now, all you have to do is watch Chris Paul play. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Gordon out there.
我为什么防他？他95的能力我防他，我67的能力我防他。应该再给他个帽，让他给我在这装。
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Okay, well let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Hornets was tremendous. He scored 17 points and got on the glass as well with 9 rebounds. That game was just the latest example of how hot anyone can pull him down tonight, Kevin.
Okay, thanks, David. And what do you think, guys? Will we see a repeat of his performance again in this one?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's even better tonight, Kevin. He has
a
great game with an even greater.
But you have to think he's a little worn down from that last game.
你小前锋当大前锋，你就找我虐吗？我是一中锋打大前锋。
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Murray kicks to Aldridge.
你进前投3分，绝对冒了。
Outside Green. Takes it out to Leonard. There's the triple.
被骗掉了。
And the rebound goes to the Rockets. DJ's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be.
别防了，鲁迪盖。
In the driver's seat.
And it goes down 2 points. And now it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Aldridge with a screen on Hart. Murray kicks to Leonard.
让我一大个子跑出外线来。
Double team on Aldridge. Gordon against Gay. Over Gordon. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
不能再掉球了，被打，单打。
DJ with it. Leonard's there. Kept alive.
漂亮！你也狂。
That is just hustle, hustle, hustle. DJ beating everyone to the glass.
Murray kicks to Green. 1:04 left here in the second. Here's Leonard. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And here are the Rockets now. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down.
来，你防我，你防我。
Now here's DJ. He's covered by Gay. He gets that one. 14 points for DJ.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
就喜欢打这种小前锋吗？
Gay sets the pick for Murray. Dishes it to Gay. Leonard with a screen on Hart. Here's Aldridge. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
The 7'5" wingspan. That's what makes Aldridge so difficult to stop inside.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's 15 points for Eric Gordon. Spurs trail by 17.
14分8篮板，这是他第2节。
Murray with it. He hasn't scored yet, and I'm sure will change. Aldridge with a screen on Hart. Here's Murray. Aldridge a screen. The drive by Green. And the release before the buzzer, but it's off target. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third.
今天这个应该不错吧？正负值17，效率是低了一点，正负值是很高的。
So far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from Eric Gordon.
And I love
就是不传球。
in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. The defensive tandem of Green and Leonard outside. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And Murray in at the 1 spot. Steve, you've gone the broadcasting route. We've seen a lot of former players becoming head coaches. Who else do you think could become a coach someday? Current players that you're watching.
I think Chris Paul. I think Stephen Curry. A lot of guys. LeBron James for sure. Dwayne Wade. I think Draymond Green would be somewhat like a Stan Van Gundy. Tom Thibodeau just yelling and screaming. And
I like that.
What the fuck is the rah 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 rah?
Yes. Pass to Leonard. Gasol is screen on.
来，阿尔德里奇单打我！我去你妈！
Aldridge has got his second basket of the game.
The mid-range game of Aldridge, so advanced, so well polished.
这里，对，
Puts it up from 7, and that's off the glass and in. San Antonio calls timeout.
Kawhi Leonard right there in the
今天哥的命中率达到了70%。
We know he doesn't care about recognition. He just focuses on basketball.
得到了18分9个板。
Check out how the points have been divided between the starters and the bench for the Spurs.
And you know what? Their reserves have played better than their
今天上20应该不是问题。
You get back in this game.
来，阿尔德里奇单打我。
Here's Aldridge.
哎呀完了，他怎么不投啊？
Hits the 3-point bomb. Leonard's got 5.
我晃起来了。
And Leonard just entering the prime of his career, Steve.
把我晃起来之后，他竟然传了。
5 players in the NBA right now.
这里。
You're right, Kevin. And one of just 3 players in the league history to win both Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. And by the way, the others, Hakeem and Michael Jordan are the other 2.
今天争取拿一个20加10啊。
Now here's Murray, defended by Paul.
来，阿尔德里奇单打我。对。
Here's Aldridge, and it's San Antonio.
我操！他这个后仰跳投真的是蛮准的。
Rockets leading by 18. They set the pick.
哎，好机会！ 漂亮！
And the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Paul Gasol.
He did it with great body control. DJ absorbs the contact, completes the play, now goes to the line for a potential and 1.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Mbaamute's checked in for Capella, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Trevor Ariza. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent, people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
Out to the right wing, beyond the arc, connects from 3-point range.
好家伙，巴穆佩！
His first points of the game on the deep ball.
来，加索尔再继续单打我。
Anderson dishes to Mills. Spurs passing it around.
哟，空了！
Banked in off the
这他妈谁防的？
Mills has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
Harden the pass to DJ.
And I'm only here to look at the numbers for Anderson. Averaging about 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in, and San Antonio with the change. Hayes checked in. Feeds to Anderson.
哎，要单打了，单打。
Kicks it to Forbes. Passes it to Anderson. Mbaamoute with the steal.
哎，别着急，别着急，往后传。哎，内线没进去呢。
Here's Gordon. Laverne grabs the miss.
说你妈别着急，别着急。
So far from the field in the second half, tremendous efficiency. Here's Gay, and the shot is lost.
10个板了。
Rockets leading by
20加10。
Here's DJ. The rebound by Anderson.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
There's the pick. Paul dishes to AVerMedia. Back to Paul. He kicks it to DJ.
直接往里做。
From down in the low
27分，这应该是我最高得分。
DJ's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
能不能得个30分？敢争取。
43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Gay with it, now guarded by DJ. Over Paul, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass.
哎呦，传上帽了。
Someone else.
对，漂亮。
Throws it down.
29分，非常有可能拿30分。
from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that.
30加10，马刺队那边不行啊，
17 seconds left to play here in the third. There's a screen. Inside, shot clock at 6.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Paul kicks to DJ. Shot from 12.
漂亮。
And this is his
好好罚这两个
free
球。
throw line tonight.
漂亮，30分。
The first free throw is good.
And for a guy who was
30分。
undrafted, who had to impress scouts through individual workouts, credit DJ for his relentlessness.
Season high 31
for
分，
DJ.
赛季最高。
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Rockets ahead, delivering the blowout. And we'll return shortly.
哇，这大帽，这大帽，31分，11个篮板，赛季最高了。这估计一战要成名了。
We can't forget about the board. Making some changes. Clint Capella is checked in for Jordan. DJ comes in for Nene. And James Harden subbed in for Eric Gordon. The Spurs also changing it up. Pau Gasol's checked in for Gay. Anderson comes in for David Green. It's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Trevor Ariza up there with DJ. And it's Capella in at the center position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Good looking screen by Gasol. Clock at 4. Shot from 12. A nice shot.
哇，还进了。
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Harden against Anderson. Layup off the pick. Capella with the bucket.
给我分了。
Nice screen set. DJ willing to sacrifice his body to spring open his teammate.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
And this
wow,
one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can mark this one in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DJ.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
And last season, Patty Mills averaging the most assists of his career. In fact, he was the highest efficiency player rated on the Spurs.
You know what? He says becoming more of a leader has helped him grow as a playmaker. He's enjoying his new role.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Capella. And AVerMedia comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Wells is subbed in for
Trip to the line, officials on the count, and he'll shoot 2.
Remember, back in 2012, James Harden was the 6th man of the year. Now, he's every bit the franchise player. And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Here's Gasol. With nobody else, he buries the jumper.
And you gotta like that they are competing.
转身跳投，这帮人也太准了。
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Tool.
又刷了个板，33分12。
DJ's got 33 points.
来，你再后两个。估计他们不打。好，33分12吧。
Houston taking the W here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
全场24进攻者，我竟然不是全场最佳。好投。 护篮之王，挡拆高手，无情终结，快攻长传，快攻得分，罚球7罚7中，掩护14，正面冲撞，闪过掩护，迷踪步。
Kevin, thank you. Another double-double for you this year, points and rebounds. Now, is that something you're looking to do when you go out there?
Man, I'm not looking to do anything because let me tell you something. I don't count stats. I'm a basketball player. I'm not an accountant. You know what I'm saying? Whatever my stats end up being, that's what it is. And I'm just happy with the numbers because, you know, at the end of the day, numbers are numbers. What really matters is how many wins we get.
You have got a lot of wins because of what you did tonight. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you.
There y'all go.
33分0助攻。
Nope, not today, DJ Beast Mode. No love, boo-boo. Nah, bro. You on fire. And I ain't about to burn up these freshly manicured nails. See? Yo, legit, could have been him. Believe it. Thank you.
手摸。35分钟上场时间，我已经得分到14分了。经过这一次拿到了，我觉得我是有可能拿到第1名新秀的得分，只要超过16分就可以了。当然，其实挺难的。 因为你要想拿分就不能去助攻，助攻就没分拿。安德森还是受伤。 Hey, let's go.
Just awesome.
Which NBA player did you look up to as a kid?
Oh man, Kobe. Kobe was that guy for me from a mental standpoint, physical standpoint. I didn't happen to be 6'6" with long arms like he was, so I had to figure it out in a way that was formatted for my game and how to be successful. So watch Kobe, Chris Paul, you know, other great players have come before them, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, you know, MJ of course, and just trying to learn as much as possible from point guards all the way down to guys on the post like Tim Duncan and KG, you know, just footwork stuff and look.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie John.
Just the original one. 哟，拿个小破手机。
Yo, DJ.
Yo.
Gonna work on those handles before tonight's game, homie? I got this new move I want to show you.
I can't, man. I'm watching game tape right now. Talk to Sham or something like that.
Yo, Shammy.
Chilling, Jug. Not right now, man.
Man, how'd you even hear us?
Hey, man, what you doing?
He's not even listening to anything.
Well, if you really want to know, these are noise canceling.
Oh, okay.
And they also let people know I want to be bothered. I guess some of us didn't get it.
Come on, Shammy. Let me just show you this one move I've been working on. I won't dunk on you, I promise.
Dunk on me? Child, please. And does it look like I'm ready to hoop, Jug?
In that tracksuit? Actually, yeah, you do.
Brandon, come on. Get him out of here. Give him some space. Come on.
Sorry, Miss Hannah. Hey, I'm gonna be out there if you want to see something.
See you later, Jug. What you looking at, man?
Bro, are you afraid to use your left hand, man? Come on. You use it in practice all the time.
上场了，上场了。下次见面不上，算你赢，怎么了？会守住你的，我们准备好了。嗨，半天是这样的呀。得分太精彩了，你是英雄。阿尔德里奇付出了代价。今晚 DJ 的防守主导全场，火力全开，火力全开。打得太好了，没有你我们不可能赢。阿尔德里奇经历了一场噩梦般的比赛，哈哈哈。
Welcome everyone. It's time for NBA action. Coming to you live.
打一个 Parker 的，跟他对
This
位。
is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Houston Rockets coming to this one after a win against the Spurs. And I don't think I was the only one surprised, not just by their win, but guys, by what an emphatic win it was.
哎呀，好球啊，传的。
Against a weak defense, they
这
were
反而
able
能
to do
抢。
pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The Young Bucks, Antetokounmpo and Parker at 3 and 4.
就是字
Ogden
母
and
哥。
Middleton are the guard tandem, and it's Henson in at the 5 spot. Hey, Brent, the season about halfway through, so it's really starting to sink. Where do you have to be at this point to start thinking about rebuilding? going into next year.
I don't know. It's a bit tenuous, Kevin. Do you start talking about rebuilding or just giving guys on your roster now an opportunity to experience some NBA play, giving them high-level competition? You know, some of the players may be going to Summer League. They want to have a bit of confidence going to Vegas or to Orlando to expand their game. So maybe not so much about a rebuild as it is about gaining experience at the close of the season.
Here's DJ. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
That's a very alert play. DJ getting position inside, knowing he has a chance to get some easy points if he collects the offensive rebound.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Free throw good, DJ. Brent, some incredible players have put on the jersey for the Bucks in their storied history. You have a favorite Bucks player who you always appreciated watching?
Well, I'll name 3, Kevin. First, Jack Sikma. Second, Sidney Moncrief. And third, Terry Cummings. Those were some of the more incredible offensive teams during the 1980s that do not get enough credit.
Ariza has the open look. Here's DJ.
DJ
throws it down.
Well, you know, DJ can elevate a crowd, this time elevating himself. Man, what a finish.
Ariza against Antetokounmpo. Takes it down to Middleton. Henson with the screen. 5 on the clock. Brogdon inside the line. Found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Here's Toole. Lays it up off the glass. DJ's got 7.
And he's a smooth operator in the paint, and DJ making the most of the high percentage shot in tight.
Henson the pass to Parker. There's Henson sets a screen for Parker. And that one's good.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
And this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
And so it's Houston with it after the basket by Milwaukee. Here's Toole. Who's back up. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis is going to throw it.
这么个打球啊，你们！你看看这。这就起了，然后也不进，然后一个飞冲板，保罗想跟我抢板，他他妈哪抢得过我呀
！Houston leading by 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. So he wants their best effort defensively, knowing what a slick shooting team they're up against.
And I think they'd be smart to try to deny them. The best way to keep a team from getting hot is not give them the easy looks down low.
Yeah, make sure there is no vacancies out there at the three-point line, Greg. This is a team that can really hurt you from all over the floor.
Now here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by DJ. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Basket counts. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Out to the wing. Paul, no one around him. Paul can't get that. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. A shot by Middleton. Houston in the lead. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Henson's an explosive leaper and really active on that play.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. So for the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella.
让我
PJ
打完
Tucker
第一
comes in
节
for
啊！
Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Thon Maker's checked in for Henson. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Parker. Andre Liggins, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Brogdon.
Well, his offense should come with the warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Dellavedova 这个人叫 Dellavedova。
Antetokounmpo
from
outside off
Dellavedova.
DJ firing on all cylinders for the Houston. He talked to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged.
A whole new 5 on
被
the
人
floor.
追上就剩3分。
Big group substitution here for
这个中锋是小垃圾，
Thon
我们
Maker.
应该可以
Parker comes in for
随便虐。
Chris Middleton's checked in for DeAndre Liggins, and Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And
Dellavedova 这个中锋这个垃圾，
the guard tandem. Jabari Parker is up.
评价才71，真的很
And it's
低。
Henson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Parker. The Rockets making the shot.
Chris Paul， 给我！
And he uses the glass on the layup. Paul's got his first basket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And Luke Ba'amute, the Prince, as many know him, very good forward out of UCLA. Brent, he can help with offense, but his biggest contributions for sure come on the defensive end.
And a lot of things, Kevin, Mute is just positional
你在干
outcomes.
什
Maybe
么
not a lot of blocks,
我是
maybe
球
not
队
a
老
lot
大
of steals, but a good solid defender that gets his minutes out there because he's willing and committed to that end of the floor.
Bucks trail by 7. Brogdon the pass to Henson. Teletovic the screen. And that one's good.
哇，这个人这么厉害
Parker's got his first bucket of the night.
Jabari absorbing a lot of contact on that
Absorbing
play, and then
来
nice soft touch
球
on the
球来这儿
Houston
哎呀，你妈逼！你们都在吃屎吗？不赶紧传空位，空成那样。尤其哈登刚才那球，想啥呢？
Harden against Middleton. Down low. Here's DJ.
对呀，拿进来就是分儿。
Should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Paul against Brogdon. Henson, a screen on Paul. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. There's the triple. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got 7 rebounds in the game. Harden, no good. Bucks trail by 5. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
Yeah, I love how Jabari gets to the rim and goes strong. That time up over the top.
Harden against Middleton. Harden dishes to DJ. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
该传就传。
Henson, a screen on Paul. From deep. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first.
Thank you, Kevin. Your scoring has been big in the first half, but also rebounding has been huge. What's allowed you to have such an impact?
You know, yeah, I think everyone on the floor has been doing a great job of boxing out and finishing defensive stops. The ball just happens to be bouncing my way, so, you know, I get credit for the rebound, but as a team, I'm really happy with the way we're bodying up.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the third quarter starting here now. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
我已经17分8个板了。
He gave them in the first half really made the difference.
Well, the defense is paying attention to a lot of other guys. He's gotten some good looks, and he's done a great job of finishing those off.
Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. EJ out there with Nene, and it's a reason in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Spurs was all business. He scored 33 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high.
33。刚才他在说我上一场拿到了33分11个板。
Can he carry it over tonight?
12个板。
Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
You've certainly been in the public eye for a while as a player, as a broadcaster, actor in the Jerry Maguire movie. Is there anything else?
So kind of you, Kevin, to bring that up.
I'm just reading the list here. Right. Is there anything else on camera that you'd really like to do?
Oh, I was in a Coolio video. I don't know if you knew that, Kevin. Coolio made a music video, and I was asked to come down to the studio with the late Malik Sealy, and him and I actually were in the video for the movie's primetime song.
No kidding.
Yes.
往里坐，往里坐，往里坐。
Here's DJ. Following the miss by John Henson. Chalk up 2 there. DJ.
安德森回来了。
Yeah, what's more than on fire? Is there something? Because if there is, DJ's in.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And the biggest problem for them in that game, even as they got into foul trouble, they could just never pull back.
Yeah, they just stayed aggressive the whole way, and you love the effort, but the fouls limited what they could do with their rotations here tonight.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Akers checked in for John Henson. DeAndre Liggins checks in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. A moment here now for an injury report.
呀，卡佩拉伤了。
David Aldridge.
没人给我抢板。
that it doesn't look too bad. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well, which is not Kevin.
Appreciate that, DA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
下把我可要打首发中锋了啊。
Happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court. I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
And last season, Giannis really making the leap to superstar in the NBA. Brent was recognized by the fans, as well as he was voted in as a starter for the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And I love the point that Giannis made last year with regards to that All-Star voting, Kevin. He said he would have gotten more votes if people knew how to spell his name correctly. I still get it wrong.
Here's DJ. Liggins with the rebound.
Defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Over in the corner, Dellavedova. Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Here's Maker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 7 points for Thon Maker. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Ryan Anderson is checked in for Houston. PJ Tucker comes in for James Harden. The Bucks also with a sub. Here's Teletovic is checked in for Jabari Parker. Here's Dellavedova following the basket by DJ. 1:37 left in the third. Here's Walker.
这还在投3分呢。
And great with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense. And one thing that is
完
quite
美
clear with the
，25分
Rockets in
18。
terms of their approach is their shot selection.
理论上是可能的，
Very rarely
就是说拿30分。
in between games.
Wells, he's checked in for
但是
Houston.
毕竟我现在没体力了。
And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, as a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, that they are 100% committed to not taking mid-range shots if they can help it.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by DJ.
好吧你。
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Shot off the pick.
哇！被人家抢下了篮板，丢人啊！
Maker's got 9.
And
没劲儿。
defensively, they are on their heels
哎下
every time the ball
哎，这球必须得
Wells
过。
to DJ. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
12把
DJ's
27
got 27.
It's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency.
这周的最佳新秀肯定是我。
Left side, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Teletovic. Maker dishes to Antetokounmpo.
More and more, it's about the maturation process of Giannis
我的
and
范
his
围
game,
啊，
learning
他让我
how
下
to
去休
sell
息吧，
defenders with
扛住了。
Houston with a big group substitution here. DJ is checked in for Anderson.
再打个
Nene
3
comes
分
in for PJ
就
Tucker.
30分。
James Harden, he's checked in for Gordon.
哦
And Paul
哦
subbed in for Wells. Thon Maker's checked in for Milwaukee. Parker comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Setting the floor for the Bucks. All the big Bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Brogdon and
投吧
Middleton are the guard tandem.
大老黑
And the pass
哟
by Maker.
Man, Antetokounmpo just
还真能
distributing the
投得
ball
进
so
去。
quickly and finding that open
这
man
大
with
大老
ease.
黑能投3分。
Paul kicks to Nene. Reza passes to DJ. And terrific work on the offensive
13把
play.
29
DJ's got 12 points here in the second half.
再来1分，
Brogdon with it, and it's Harden
又一
picking
次
him up.
30分，
Antetokounmpo
又投
kicks
了
to Maker. And a great assist
哇
from Antetokounmpo.
连进2
One
个
goes in.
Maker，
Antetokounmpo's
这
got
3
his
分
ninth assist
球
in the
真
game
挺
now.
厉害。
Here's the pass to Nene.
空了不传球来，我真是震惊！我
Paul
操
dishes！to DJ.
老子单打你一波好吧？哎，你是个软蛋！
That shot is off. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Antetokounmpo and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Now here's DJ, guarded closer.
我操，为什么进不了啊？我30分。
From the field in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo
防下来我2个球。
He feeds it to Maker.
完了，
And a kind roll that
又
time
进。
off the rim as that one falls. Now just a 5-point Rocket lead. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally. And Bahamute's checked in for Nene. John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Ball against Brogdon. Paul is doubled. To the middle. And DJ
漂亮，3分。
on the assist by Paul. 31 points for DJ.
再次30加4。
By Milwaukee. They're down by 7. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final.
31分。
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
终于被评成 Jordan Player。
He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
31分，13个篮板。
There's 25 seconds left in the game. Here's on to Tacumbo.
哟，我以为抢出来了。
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton outside. In the corner, it's Brogdon.
好了。
Keeps it alive.
哇塞！
And puts it back up and in.
Well, this is where Henson gets plenty of his points, trolling the offensive glass.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 7. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Salvage anything at this point, even if it's just some momentum.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotion.
Fantastic game. Listen, Ernie and the guys want to talk to you at the studio.
Let's do it.
You know the drill.
Hey, this is Kenny. Not much to nitpick about your game, man. Plenty of points, plenty of rebounds. What was your mentality when you were down there battling on that block?
Well, Kenny, you know, the thing is you have to be fearless and aggressive down in the post. As long as you're able to stay mentally sharp and fight for a position, you know, the rebounds and the numbers will come as a result. And more importantly, Kenny, the wins will come along with it, too.
Yeah, too big, too strong for him down in the box, man. Good job.
Thank you.
30多分，13个板。这2双拿的。寸步不让，还是之前给的报价。那接受吧。力量加了2。
And for our viewers at home who want to accomplish their dreams one day, one piece of advice you would give to them?
Always realize your potential. Anything that you want to accomplish comes with a lot of hard work.
鞋是什么鞋？蛇皮鞋。
Perfect. Congratulations again, of course, on your career and also becoming a 2K cover athlete.
I'm
joining
excited.
the family.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate it.
High five.
And if you want to check out the first part of that interview, then make sure that you access 2K TV from the main menu. And now joining us in the 2K TV lounge, we have Robbie, which means
Robbie.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
哎呀妈呀！ 做的不错，又要新短信 ，Booker。我觉得你签错厂牌了，但是还是恭喜你和乔丹签约，谢了 ，Booker。 连续2次比赛表现大突破，这意思是特别厉害。好，我先下了，一会儿再上吧，拜拜。